Welcome to my channel, Travels with Leslie. I flew on Iberia on our way to Barcelona, Spain. These are the streets of Barcelona, and we did a walking tour. There's Casa Mila, and then we hop on a hop-on, hop-off bus just to familiarize ourselves with the city of Barcelona. This is what the streets of Barcelona look like, and they have wide streets, beautiful buildings flanking it. This is towards the port area. If you're taking a cruise ship, this is where you will take it from. This area is Barceloneta. It was built for the 1992 Olympics, and this street leads to Montjuïc, which we will be visiting tomorrow. This is an example of how the streets look like. Avenida Manresa, I believe, and a glimpse of Parkwell. We were going around on the hop-on, hop-off bus. They have beautiful buildings in Barcelona, and the facade of these buildings are really cool architecture and full of art. And we are able to get off on the park here. This is the Playa Catalunya, which you need to be careful of because they have lots of those mimes that are trying to scam you for money. But anyways, this is a view of the streets of Barcelona, the beach. And we were going through an area called Diagonal, where the streets were really wide and they had beautiful buildings surrounding it. This is still Diagonal. On foot, Playa Catalunya. There's Playa Catalunya there. And we ate at Ciudad Comtal, which is a tapas place, and it's the best food. I mean, we ate there night after night that we were there. And when my friends got here, we brought them there too. This is the Naval Museum, the Spanish Armada Naval Museum off of Las Ramblas, and this is a replica of the Royal Barge, which had a gold-leafed maidenhead. This is a replica of, this is the actual lighthouse light that they took from a lighthouse during the 17th century. This museum had lots of maps and replicas of boats and ships. If you're into cartography, they have maps of Spain and the New World before the New World was discovered. So maps of Europe and replicas of ships that were used by the Spanish Armada, Naval Armada. This is a map of the New World. And also here is a cannon that was on one of the ships to the New World. A map of the New World again. And we got out of the museum and went to Las Ramblas. And this is a strolling place where people walk around They have souvenir shops, they have restaurants, they have people exercising. Las Ramblas is a pretty interesting walkway that goes in the middle of the Gothic quarter. So here we are in the Gothic quarter, or the medieval part of Barcelona. Here are what the buildings over there look like. And if you get hungry, there's lots of restaurants flanking Las Ramblas. And this was a paella place that we ate at. It was okay. Tourist trap. Anyway, these are the buildings that are around there. Examples of 15th, 16th, 17th century buildings. We went to the Basilica of the Holy Cross and Saint Eulalia. This church dates back to the 13th and 15th century. So this is an example of a Gothic church that was built during that time. In it you will find examples of medieval art, Renaissance art, painted by Goya, and this is what the ceiling looks like, and stained glass windows of the church. Also, there is the medieval cross that's on the wall. You will see a lot of that medieval crosses inside the church. And this is the vestibule for the rich people. If you're really rich, you get to sit inside the front of the church in those gold filigreed chairs. Beautiful stained glass window. And this church will inspire you to pray. More inspiration of holy art. I would call that holy art. The medieval cross again. And this is the inside of the Basilica. There were a lot of tourists walking around, but you can also find serenity and pray. This is a must-see. You must come in here because this place is beautiful. Outside they have the famous geese of the Holy Cross. The friars or the nuns take care of them. They're famous. They also had some art installation in this place, and whenever you go to a church in Europe, Spain, Italy, you must look up because the ceiling is filled with beautiful art, frescoes. So, more examples of art, and there's art painted by Goya in here. And for an extra fee, you get to go up. We bought a ticket to go up to see the rooftop of this basilica, and you could see fantastic views of Barcelona. This is one of the bell towers clanging. See the view of the surrounding area and the towers of the beautiful church. And basically they put a walkway so that you could go up there on the rooftop, and there's buildings surrounding this cathedral that was built in the 13th and 15th century, so I'm sure those buildings date back to that time also, 13th and 15th century. If you get the chance to come to Barcelona, this is a must-see because it's so beautiful up here. Example of 13th, 15th century buildings surrounding the cathedral, the Basilica of the Holy Cross, and Saint Eulalia in Barcelona. The inside of the church and the surrounding plaza outside of the church. Next, we ended up at Park Güell. This is Antoni Gaudi's Park Güell. Here are examples of his work. We went during the day and it was very hot. There really is not much shade at this place. But we enjoyed our visit looking at nature and how Antoni Gaudi thinks of nature. And now we are inside the Sagrada Familia. This is Antoni Gaudi's masterpiece. This church during the time of our visit was not finished yet. These are the beautiful stained glass windows, and he also likes to depict animals and animals in nature, like lions, monkeys, tigers, all while having reverence. And it is a functioning church. You could go have mass at the Sagrada Familia. And during the time that we went, there was no mass, of course, but we took a tour. Sagrada Familia, you have to book in advance online. You cannot just show up at the Sagrada Familia or the Park Güell or Casa Mila or Casa Batlló, which are all of Antoni Gaudi's works, and expect to be able to walk in. No, you have to purchase tickets online. Anyway, this church is beautiful, it's magnificent, it's very modernistic. That is the movement that Antoni Gaudi started, the Modernista movement. This is outside of the church, that's not done, finished yet. So the time that we went, there was still a crane outside. I don't know when this church will be finished. Antoni Gaudi died in 1926. He was struck by a tram, one of those streetcars. So to get out of the heat, we decided to go to an art museum, which is close by. And this art gallery is actually free to go in. So we enjoyed our time there looking at paintings, sculptures, photographs that are artistically done, and just admiring the beautiful art. It's very interesting because once you are done with the art gallery, you go step outside and you are back facing buildings of the 15th century. So we went to Montjuïc, which is the park that's outside, up from the street, Manresa. So we just took some pictures there. There's a museum up there you could go to, but it has spectacular views of Barcelona. And then in the afternoon, we decided to go to La Boqueria, which is the market, the famous market of Barcelona. And in this market, I mean, the colors are so beautiful. There are displays of candy, there's displays of fruit, vegetables, and the way they arrange the fruit and vegetables makes you want to buy. Even the cod looks good, and they have fish. This is what the inside looks like. And the vendors, there's my friend Vaso, she went on a trip with us. There's some fish, cod, and they also, don't forget, they sell chorizo, and they sell jamon iberico, all kinds of ham, wall-to-wall ham. And when we're done outside the market, we're back into the Gothic quarter, looking at the old buildings and that they have over there. We went with a bunch of Greeks. My daughter's friends, family of Greeks, came with us. And actually, after this Barcelona video, there will be a Greek video that I'm making also. Stay tuned for that. So here's the outside of the church and the surrounding area, the plaza of the church. And this is where we were staying at in Diagonal. This is what the outside of the building that we stayed at looks like. And I have a short on that, Espais Blaus Apartments in Barcelona. And this is the next day. We decided to go to take a day trip to Monserrate and Andorra. This is on our way up in the mountains, going up an hour or a few hours out of Barcelona. This is definitely worth the trip. You could book it on Viator. And look at the beautiful scenery that we're going through. These are the Sierra Madre Mountains. Yes, the Sierra Madre Mountains. And on our way to Montserrat, we passed by towns. This is a town where they have a spring, a hot water spring that was used back in the medieval times. And this is, of course, we got hungry, so we had lunch. And we had some good old Spanish food. There we go. And these are the Greeks that are vacationing with us. We were a fun bunch. An example of their dessert that we were served. And this is Andorra. It's a country, the smallest country. We got our passport stamped because we went to Andorra. This is in the Pyrenees Mountains, in between the Pyrenees that are bordering Spain and France. And Andorra is one of the countries you will pass by on the way over there. So this is what the Spanish countryside looks like. The scenery is very diverse. There's several ways you can go up to Montserrat. You can take a cogwheel train. There's a tram that goes up there, but since we were a private tour, we went via a private van that we had gotten on Viator, and I will leave a link to Viator on the description of this video. This is an example of what one of the towns, I forget the name of the town, but this is one of the towns that we passed by on the way to Montserrat. The roads were very nice to travel in, very smooth. Our driver was great. I mean, going through some of the streets were zigzag. again, we passed by another town. This is one of the towns there. It's a very interesting short drive actually to Monserrate. Monserrate is where the Black Madonna is. She was found, the Virgin Madonna, a Blessed Mother. She was called La Morenita because her skin is black, or it's made of black wood. And so some of the Spanish people call her La Morenita. But she is the Virgin of Monserrate. People say she is miraculous. And her basilica is made on top of the mountains over there in Montserrate, because they could not bring La Morenita down to the city of Barcelona. They tried to move her several times, and each time they tried to move her, she got very heavy.
Medieval castles, and then later they were converted into churches. So during the 17th century, all the towns, these are towns which are alive. I mean, the way that they're living here, they're not abandoned or anything. The towns for the people that they work in these lands. In this case, the Eulalia, they all this town. The next one is Sagrada. On the next one that we're going to see, most interesting is that even the walls of the palace are preserved, and they are part of the facade of the church. In this case, on top we have what was the palace, and then it was converted into the church right now. This part of the chapel of the castle, together with the rest of the castle itself.
Mountains. So this is Monserrate now. There are several things you can do in Monserrate once you get up there. You can go tour the Basilica. You would need a ticket to go up there, and here I am. I'm in line to see the Black Madonna. And yes, this is the front of Basilica. This is on the way. I had to line up and go up on the top of the Basilica, and I could even once I get up there look down onto the church. So it was really interesting and beautiful, and this church was filled with mosaics, and the monks that built the church, they put gold mosaics on the walls, and Saint Peter is the one guarding the gates. There's these doors that you pass through on the way to see La Morenita, or the Virgin of Monserrate. And she is in gold, and like I said, she is called the La Morenita because she is black. This is the example of the mosaics I was talking about. beautiful mosaics from the 13th century. So this is a medieval church. Excuse me, and there she is, La Morenita. She's got the infant baby Jesus on her lap. And the view is like this because I knelt down to pray and pay homage to her, Our Lady of Monserrate. And when I went up there, my left knee was hurting. And by the time I got back to the United States, the pain to my knee was gone. I was considering surgery, and I had forgone the surgery because La Morenita, the Virgin of Montserrat, healed me. So you can go over here and light candles and pray. I prayed for my family, for our trip, and the friends, for my friends. And so this is outside of the Basilica. And there's beautiful views because you're on top of a mountain. They even have monks over here that make a special kind of liquor that you take as called a digestivo, which is a digestive. This is the sepulcher of the Infanta, the Principe of Aragon. He's buried here. This is the Principe was the son of Ferdinand and Isabella. And this is the depiction. These are the places of pilgrimage for somebody doing a pilgrimage during the ancient times, during that time, during the medieval period. Inside the Basilica, there was a mass going on. And we got back on the tour bus because we are on our way to a winery called Oler Winery. And that's where we're gonna stop by to have a meal. This is our second meal of the day. But you work up an appetite when you're going on tour. So, like I said, we are visiting Barcelona with 9 other Greeks, a family of 2 families of Greeks. Because after this, we're going to Greece. And this is the winery now.
Familia del Mas. This is a Catalan name. I'm gonna wear my glasses because I need it for myself. So, this is a Catalan name, okay? And it means the potter of the country house. Why? Because in the 10th century, when the castle was founded, there was a man with real name as now. He used to make pottery bottles per hectare in an organic winery in this wine region. This winery produced 3,000 kilos per hectare. How do we do this? Very much when the plants are growing, we prune them. We cut some of the branches so the plant focus into the grapes that we make. So, in this case, what's the good thing about an organic winery? Everything is very healthy, no chemicals added. And also, every year the wine is different. Because the wine, for example, will reflect in the weather of the year. since there are chemicals added, it's a different way of treating the wine. Right, anybody has any questions about the production? After the fermentation, after the harvesting and the selection, comes the fermentation. Fermentation is where we have the yeast. The yeast eats sugar, releases alcohol.
I'm in an organic winery. So this was our wine tasting is next. So Oler is an organic winery, and we sampled the red wine.
And then we just come here and get to the production area.
And also the Chardonnay. And this is the red that I took a picture of.
Have never left this place.
Those are the types of wine that they produce. Our tour guide was very nice, very knowledgeable. We totally enjoyed our visit to the winery. This is outside in the vineyards. We were given some time to walk around and just enjoy the scenery. It was very windy. But it's a beautiful vineyard of, there's me and my Greek friend. And this is what's outside welcoming visitors, the Madonna and Child, medieval Madonna and Child. This winery has been in existence since the 800 AD. Oler means the potter's winery. So it used to be a potter mill first, and then it became a winery. It's been a winery for several hundred years now. Winery during the medieval times. There's a castle close by. We passed a few castles on the way to this place. See? There's the view of the castle. So, I thank you for coming with me on this journey to see Barcelona. I hope you enjoyed my travel video and consider subscribing. Thank you. Happy travels, and I'll see you on my next travel video. Bye.